will take over. Pero while I'm still here, okay, we proceed to the next. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The next item in our agenda is a pre-bid conference for the improvement renovation of fourth floor CAP admin building. This is a VBid with a bid number 24-018-04 alpha. The ABC for this project is 17,784,062 pesos and 32 centavos an ADMS project, and these will be presented by engineer staff of ADMS. Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders for this project. Engineer staff, please. Engineer, go ahead. Engineer staff, we cannot hear you. Kindly check your audio. ADMS, can you hear us?
Hello po.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, engineer, we can now hear you po. You may now share your presentation.
Hello po.
Yes, ma'am, we can now hear you po. Please share your presentation na po and proceed with the pre-bidding conference.
So good morning. I'm Steph Di Maano from ADMS. I'm presenting yung pre-bid for the improvement renovation of fourth floor CAAP admin building. So, invitation to bid for improvement renovation of fourth floor CAAP admin building. Source of fund, CAAP APP project CY 2024 with approved budget of the contract of 17,784,062 pesos and 32 cents. With the minimum technical personnel requirement of 1 project civil engineer, 1 electrical engineer, 1 mechanical engineer, 1
Okay, good
construction
morning.
foreman.
Morning, engineer.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning po.
So, ilan na tayo? 5. So,
Sir
1
Ronald,
construction safety officer.
Sir Ronald, you're not on mute po.
With the required pickup license of small b, license category C and D for building and industrial plant. With a project duration of 181 calendar days and Applicable fee for the bidding documents of 28,000 inclusive of the 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address as indicated below on or before September 3, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be on September 3, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. given the address below and or Jitsi, Zoom, Google Meet. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidder's representatives who choose to attend the activity. Under ITB Clause 5.2, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be category for building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and repair, with ABC of 17,784 and 62 pesos. Under ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For ITB Clause 10.3, valid PCAB license or a valid special PCAB license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project. Small B license category C and D building and industrial plant. No other contractor, license, or permit is required. Under ITB Clause 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. For key personnel, project civil engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, master electrician, construction foreman, construction safety and health officer, with general experience of 5 years in general engineering and 3 years in building construction, improvement, or rehabilitation and repair. Under ITB Clause 10.5, minimum major equipment requirements, dump truck, welding machine, or heat fusing machine. Under ITB Clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Sorry po. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager check, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. And the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Under ITB Clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Under ITB Clause 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid, or LCB, that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its updated valid field job certificate of registration, last income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, key personal licenses, and updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Under ITB Clause 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. Construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve, PERT CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. Special condition of contract under Clause 5, in addition to the performance security, Winning bidder shall submit contractor's all risk insurance or carry prior to signing of contract. Under GCC Clause 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Under 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF AutoCAD file of the as-built plan shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. Under 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. A checklist of technical and financial documents. A technical component envelope, Class A documents. For legal document, valid PhilJobs registration, certificate platinum membership, all pages in accordance with the section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Technical document, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, list of contractors' major equipment units, original, duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do act to represent the bidder. For financial documents, the prospective bidder, computation of net financial contracting capacity. Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IIR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into the into, into and abide by the provision of the JVA in the assistance that the bid is successful. Under financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, then other documentary requirements, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of labor, and summary sheet indicating the unit prices of equipment. Cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. This is the proposed floor plan for the said project. And the perspective for the entrance, co-working space, office space, and the lounge. For scope of work, we have mobilization and demobilization. Then we have civil or structural works. We have demolition works and disposal, masonry works, concreting, steel, roofing works, and we have architectural works, tile works with total area of 1,000 19 square meters, ceiling works, carpentry, painting works, doors and windows, and furniture. Also, toilet fixtures and accessories. For electrical works, we have the lighting and power conduits and fittings, lighting and power conductors, lighting fixtures, electrical wiring devices, telephone and data conduits and fittings, telephone and data cable, telephone and data devices, multimedia and audio conduits and fittings, multimedia and audio cable, ACU power conduits and fittings, ACU power conductors, panel board, circuit breakers, and distribution transformers, feeder conduits and fittings, feeder conductors. For plumbing works, we have the sewer line system, water line, storm drainage. Last for mechanical works, we have air conditioning, unit pipings, and support. And then the ventilation and equipment accessories. All scopes of work for this item must be in accordance with approved plans and specifications. Quality and types of materials must conform to specifications and must be approved by the project in charge of the CAAP prior to installation. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety fence, personal protective equipment for staff and workers, and safety inspector or engineers on site while construction is ongoing. Regular safety reports should be accomplished. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory material testing, building and safety permits, survey instruments, energization of the building, and tapping of the water line to main necessary in the project. All expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead costs and shall not be considered as pay item. End na po. Thank you po.
Mr. Chair, at this juncture, we now open the floor for questions, clarifications from our prospective bidders. And to our prospective bidders, may we request you to type your name and the company you represent in our chat box in order for us to have records of your attendance for today. So, any questions po from our prospective bidders? Now is the time to raise your questions, clarifications, should you have any. Kindly press the raised hand button po for you to be recognized. We have here F2K Engineering, Lawin Metal Artistry, AIMM Builders, ASS Construction, and VV Aldaba Incorporated. Any questions from these companies? No questions po. Going once. Ay, okay. Miss Aldaba, I mean, Jenny.
Sir, good morning.
Yes po, ma'am.
Sir, yung sa bid proposal, is it just one copy or is it original copy 1, copy 2 for submission?
Original copy lang po, ma'am. No need for
Original
copy
copy.
1 and copy 2 po.
Sir, do you have a specific layout for the labels?
No particular layout po, ma'am. For the labeling, outside yung sa envelope po, ma'am, you're talking about the envelope submissions po.
Yes, sir, for the envelope.
Yes po, ma'am. No particular layout naman po.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome po. We also have a question from Romar. Can we click the message, please? We have a question here from ASS Construction. May I just ask po if we are obliged to conduct ocular and site inspection, ADMS, please?
Yes, ma'am, obliged po. to conduct an ocular site inspection.
Ma'am Salayog, clear po ma'am. We are requiring our bidders to conduct site inspection, and I think it's part of the post-qualification document to submit certificate of site inspection. So I hope that answers your question po. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions po? So if wala na po, just to remind our bidders that you can still raise your questions, clarifications, 10 calendar days, and submit it to our back secretariat 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. With that, Mr. Chair, we can now formally close the pre-bidding conference for the improvement renovation of 4th floor Kaap Admin Building.
All right, thank you. Considering there's no more questions, let's already dismiss the bidders and proceed to the next item. Thank you for attending, everyone.
Thank you to all our bidders, prospective bidders. Mr. Chair, permission to proceed. Item 3.2, also a pre-bidding conference for the construction of turnaround pad at Dipolog Airport, bid number 24-054-08, alpha amounting to 122,862,039 pesos and 99 centavos, an ADMS project. And this will be presented by Engineer Glenn of ADMS. And
Let's admit the bidders if there are.
yes, Mr. Chair. Secretariat, please kindly admit the prospective bidders. Engineer Glenn, you may now proceed with your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Nakikita naman po yung presentation.
We are still looking at yung sa admin building po.
Okay. Share. Okay na po ba, sir?
Yes po, Engineer, we can now see your presentation.
Okay, good morning. This is Engineer Glenn Peratero from ADMS. Would like to present the construction of turnaround pad at Dipolog Airport. The source of fund is Kaap APP project CY 2024, and the approved budget of contract is 122,862,039 pesos and 99 centavos. So these are the minimum technical personnel requirement for this project, and the minimum major equipment requirement. The pickup license, the required pickup license is medium A, license category B, road, highway pavement, railways, airport, horizontal structures, and bridges. The project duration is 360 calendar days, inclusive of 8 rainy or unworkable days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 56,000, inclusive of 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the back secretariat on September 3, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. as well as the bid opening shall be on September 3, 2024 at the same time. For 5.2 of ITV clause, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work. For category concreting of roads or other horizontal structures with ABC of 122,862,039 pesos and 99 centavos. For item 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For item 10.3, valid pickup license or valid special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration of type and cost of the contract of this project. A medium A license category B. No other contractor license or permit is required. For 10.4 of ITB clause, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. Again, these are the minimum major equipment required for the project. ITB clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amount. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For ITB clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. For ITB clause number 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its updated valid PhilJEPS certification of registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, key personal licenses, updated status of all ongoing contracts, including the contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. For ITB clause number 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. These also include the construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment for the construction of runway turnaround pad at Dipolog Airport. For GCC clause number 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidders shall submit contractors all risk insurance or CARI prior to signing of contract. Item 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. And item 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. For item 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals with the date required is 2% of the contract price. So these are the checklist of technical and financial documents. This is the site development plan of the project. The proposed turnaround pad shall be constructed at both ends of the runway. This will be the typical section for the turnaround pad. and also the typical blocking plan and dowel reinforcement layout. Also included the 11 sets turning pad lights and 2 sets runway edge light or inset light. Included also in the scope is the turnaround pad markings as shown. So this is the scope of work of the project. So we have item SPL1 for mobilization and demobilization, item P-101 for preparation or removal of existing pavement, the asphalt and concrete, including excavation works, item P-152-4.2 embankment, item P-154, the aggregate sub-base course, 300 mm thick, and P-304, the cement treated base course with 150 mm thick, and item P-501, Portland cement concrete pavement with 380 mm thick. Also included the item P-603, emulsified asphalt top coat, item P-401, asphalt mixed pavement surface bituminous hot lay, item P-620, runway and turnaround markings, SPL2, construction safety and health program, SPL3, temporary facilities, SPL4, reinstallation or replacement of runway edge light and installation of turning pad lights. And last is the general requirements. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, we now open the floor for questions, clarifications from our prospective bidders. May we request prospective bidders to type your name and the company you represent in our chat box. And should you have any questions, clarifications, kindly press the raised hand button. Any questions from our prospective bidders?
Okay. Wala ka naman nag-present.
We have here from VCLC. Sa Dipolog Airport po, original bid lang po ba yung isubmit sa opening of bids? From MRVCLC, yes sir, original bid lang po. No need to submit for copy 1 and copy 2. So original bid, just 1 copy lang po. Thank you. Any other questions? Clarifications po? From AIMM, ask ko lang po, sa key personnel po, may project manager po ba? Kasi yung bid docs is wala. ADMS please. Glenn, can we show the requirements, Engineer Glenn, for the key personnel? Slide for key personnel. So, sa key personnel po, it's not indicated here na merong project manager, sir, but the ADMS will issue bid bulletin requiring the submission, the inclusion of project manager. Kailangan po ba? We also have another question here. Yes po, sir. Glenn.
Actually, attorney, yung requirement po natin is just project engineer.
Yes. I stand corrected po. For AAMM, no need for project manager, only project engineer lang po yung kailangan. So, correct po yung nasa invitation to bid. Yung requirement for technical personnel are as follows: 1 project civil engineer, 1 geodetic engineer, 1 materials engineer, 1 construction foreman, and 1 construction safety and health officer. So, these are the requirements po. So, no need for project manager. AIMM, clear po ba, sir? Thank you. Another question from Rosbil Construction. Question on the site inspection. Anytime po pwede mag-inspect or may schedule po? ADMS, please.
Sir, yung site inspection dapat 8 to 5 lang Monday to Friday except holidays. Baka wala po kasi si manager pagka magpunta tayo ng Saturday and Sunday.
So to our prospective bidders, the conduct of site inspection is only Mondays to Fridays except for holidays and during office hours 8 to 5. Clear po ba, Sir Rosbil? I mean, from Rosbil Construction. Okay, thank you po. Any other questions? If wala na po, okay. AIMM, please. AIMM, you're now recognized po. Sir, kindly check. Sir, ma'am, kindly check your audio po. I think you're on mute. AAMM, would you like to speak? I guess wala na po siguro from AAMM. If your audio is not working or if your mic is not working, you can just type your questions in our chat box. So kung wala na po, again, you can still submit your questions. Okay, sira lang daw po yung mic ng AIMM. Ma'am, sir, kung may questions pa po kayo, you can just type in our chat box po your questions. Sige po, we'll just wait for your question. So again, reminder to our prospective bidders, you can still submit your questions, clarifications, kung hindi nyo po na-erase dito to our back secretariat. You can submit it to our back secretariat through email, and it should be within 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. So we're waiting for AAMM. AAMM, meron pa po ba? Sir, ma'am? I guess wala na po ata kasi parang wala nang reply from AAMM. Mr. Chair, considering that there are no other questions from our prospective bidders, we can formally close this item, Mr. Chair, and we will just remind our bidders for... okay. Meron na po, sir. Ito na po. Sa page 182 of 222 sa Bill of Quantities po. Yes, sir. What about po? ADMS, kindly, yung item sa vehicle.
Yes, sir. Ano po yung query regarding doon sa item?
It's indicated here sa page 182 of 222 sa bill of quantities po. Yung sa item sa vehicle, naka-10 yung quantity po.
What months? Yung ano po ba yan, sir, yung regarding sa service vehicle? Okay. Yung 10 po dyan is... Okay.
Go ahead, Engineer Glenn. They're just trying to
Yung-
verify whether
yes,
it's tama po yung...
Yes, sir. 360 is 12 months.
10 days to 7. Ay, 330.
Hindi, kasi
300.
ADMS, their AMM is clarifying whether in page 182 of 222, whether the item sa service vehicle naka-indicate na 10 quantity, whether tama po ba yun?
Sir, we will issue a bid bulletin na lang po regarding this. Kasi based sa duration ng project, naka 360 calendar days po tayo. So, baka 12 months po kasi yung equivalent na, sir. So, mag-issue na lang po tayo ng bid bulletin.
Thank you. So, to the representative of AIMM, to address these questions, sir, we will just issue a bid bulletin for this kasi may correction po ang ADMS on this particular item. Maraming salamat po. Clear po ba, sir? Just wait for the bid bulletin na lang po. Yes po, sir. Na-check na po namin. I think may error lang po dyan sa item na yan. We will just issue a bid bulletin correcting the units and the quantity as indicated in that particular item for the service vehicle. Okay po, sir? So, salamat po. Thank you, AAMM. Mr. Chair, I think wala na pong questions po. We can now formally close the pre-bid conference for the construction of turnaround pad at Dipolog Airport.
Sige. With that, let's close this item and dismiss the bidders. Thank you everyone for attending. Let's proceed to the next item, which is a bid evaluation report presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To all our prospective bidders, thank you for participating today. And Secretariat, please kindly remove our prospective bidders from the meeting room.